Hey everyone, welcome back to Brutal Reviews. Today we're talking about the Fanttik T1 Max, a cordless soldering iron kit with flashy marketing, clean looks, and some genuinely good features. Yeah, it heats in about 7 seconds, it's USB-C, it's portable, the tips are easy to swap, and for basic hobby work, many users are happy. But full-blown deal breakers. So let's get brutally honest. Here are the 7 major problems users are furious about. Issue no. 1. Loses heat instantly. The number 1 complaint. The T1 Max heats up until you actually try to solder something. People say the moment the tip touches a component, the temperature drops like a rock. Some call it worse than useless. Bold truth. If your soldering iron can't stay hot, it's not a soldering iron, it's a glowing pen. Issue no. 2. Weak power, only 11 watts. Fanttik doesn't advertise this loudly, but the T1 Max is just 11W. That is toy-level power. Users say you would need 40 watts or more for anything beyond basic hobby work. Bold truth, 11 watts is fine for repairing a toy, not for serious electronics. Issue no. 3. Battery life is terrible. Multiple reviewers said the battery stops holding enough charge to even reach the target temperature. Some users had to keep it plugged in constantly using the tiny 12-inch cable. Bold truth. If a cordless soldering iron needs to be plugged in all the time, what's the point? Issue no. 4. Tips burn out fast. Hidden cost. This one is rough. People say the tips last 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes 2 to 3 projects, before dying. And replacement tips cost $10 each. One user blew through 6 tips just building a couple guitars and a pedal. Bold truth, this soldering iron looks cheap, until you realize you'll spend $40, $50 in tips every few months. Issue no. 5. Tips falling off or breaking. Yes, really. One reviewer said the tip literally separated into 2 pieces during a delicate job and ruined a PCB. Another said they tried all 4 tips and none held heat. Bold truth, when your soldering tip falls off mid-job, that's not a tool, it's a hazard. Issue no. 6. Auto sleep feature equals auto headache. Several users complain the idle off feature kicks in at the worst times, shutting down in the middle of a join and making soldering nearly impossible. Bold truth, smart features aren't smart if they ruin the job. Issue no. 7. Reliability is all over the place. Some people say theirs worked once, then never turned on again. Teachers reported 6 units, and 4 were dead right out of the box. The remaining 2 died within a week. Bold truth, when 6 out of 6 fail, that's not quality control. That's roll the dice engineering. The verdict: the Fanttik T1 Max looks premium. It charges via USB-C. It heats in 7 seconds, but when the actual soldering starts, the performance falls apart. For tiny hobby work? Maybe. For anything serious? This thing simply cannot hold heat, the tips die fast, and the battery is unreliable. If you're spending your hard-earned money, you deserve a soldering iron that actually works under pressure, not one that gives up the moment it touches metal. If you still want to check it out, the buy link is in the description, but honestly, I'd skip this one.